Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are here today in Madden 22, and it is not Pittsburgh Steelers franchise. This is going to be a career sim. I remember wanting to do more of these last year, and I think now is the right time to start doing these a little bit. Just sort of mix things up a little bit on what I do on this channel, and I think that's really good. And the career sim today, if you already saw the title, is going to be of one Mac Jones. Now he has normal development, but he has looked very good this preseason. Now this is just preseason, of course. You can't go too wild as my phone goes off, which is a tradition. It goes off twice. Look at that. As is tradition, my phone enjoys going off when I'm doing these. So Mac Jones, 22 years old, and he has looked very good as the quarterback for the New England Patriots. So we are going to start him. We're going to make sure he gets a start. And that's really all we're going to do here. Now, we are going to simulate this first season, of course. We're going to simulate all the seasons, sort of see how his career goes. If he ends up leaving the Patriots, he leaves the Patriots. We'll just track whatever team he ends up going to. So that's sort of the rule here. Not going to interfere with anything. If he, if this team makes the Super Bowl or anything like that, we'll definitely take a look through. But we are going to simulate to the midseason mark, and we are going to see how Mac Jones's career is going. Okay, so here we are, midseason mark. We are sitting at 5-2. And once again, we'll go here, take a look at how things are going with quarterback Mac Jones. Click on him here, 72 overall, so has progressed. Pretty sure I set it to auto progress the players. So take a look here at his stats so far in his rookie season. 12 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. 62, his pass completion percentage. That's pretty good. I'd want to see less turnovers, that's for sure, but already close to 2,000 yards, and the team is winning. So that is what is most important. The team is winning, has a good offensive line in front of them. So now we will see how they do, if they can make the playoffs, if they can hold on. And they do make the playoffs. Number 3 seed, going to be taking on the Cleveland Browns. And so let's see Mac Jones, and let's see how he's done. Actually, let's take a look here. If the CPU didn't sign Kaepernick or something. Nope, Mac Jones up to a 74 overall. Started the season at a 71, if I'm correct. So +3. We'll take a look here at his stats. Also see if he won any awards or anything. So he finishes the season with 4,307 passing yards, 26 touchdowns to 16 interceptions. Completed the season at 63% for his completion percentage. Very good. Averaged around 253 yards a game. So that's a very good first season here. Any awards? And I don't believe we are in award season yet. So let's simulate the playoffs here, and let's see how they do, as the thing keeps telling me I won that. Well, I got 60 points. So I'm going to sim to the Super Bowl, see if the Patriots can make it at 11-6. And actually they do, and it is versus Tom Brady. Who had an amazing season. 5,502 yards, 44 passing touchdowns to 13 interceptions. Well, we got to take a look here at Mac Jones, because he should be getting a development trait upgrade. Surely should be going up to star. Not going up to star, but wow. What a season here for Mac Jones, leading the Patriots to the Super Bowl in his rookie year, confirming that, in fact, Tom Brady is a system quarterback. So we are going to simulate through this Super Bowl, actually, and we're going to see if Mac Jones can get it done. And the Patriots do not get it done. Mac Jones falls to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady wins his 11th or however many rings he has now. Valiant effort here for the rookie quarterback in his first year. Let's take a look and see how he actually did. And looks like it was a little bit of a struggle for him here. Actually, no. I think some missed passes here. It looked like, but didn't turn the ball over. 27 for 46. 3 touchdowns. Looks like they just couldn't get anything rushing-wise, actually, for New England. Let's take a look defensively. The Buccaneers, did they get a bunch of sacks? And they did sack him 4 times. Take a look at the Patriots. They got pressure, too, so... Look, it was a very close game. The Patriots, once again, or not... Tampa Bay made a fourth quarter comeback. It looks like here, 21 points in the fourth quarter. Okay, the end of season 2, and it appears the Patriots did not make the Super Bowl, finished the season 8-9, still won the AFC East, but they were vanquished in the first round by the Cleveland Browns. And who the Browns actually end up making the Super Bowl. It's going to be Browns and Redskins football team. So let's take a look here at Mac Jones, sort of see how he did in his second full season. Up to a 77 overall. Still no development trait upgrade, which I'm somewhat surprised by. But 27 touchdowns to 14 interceptions. So not an improvement, but a little bit of a step back, even when it comes from things like yardage. Not as good as year 1. So hopefully they can bounce back for next season and try to get to the Super Bowl. Try to get to the Super Bowl again. So let's see how he does for... Let's get to season 3. Okay, appears that the Patriots did not make it back to the Super Bowl, or even the playoffs for that matter. It's going to be Chiefs versus Panthers. We're going to take a look here, see who's the Panthers starting quarterback. It is Sam Darnold. And he's going to be battling the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll eventually find out how all of this, who won all these Super Bowls and things like that later. But take a look here at the roster again. More particularly, take a look here at Mac Jones. 79 overall, but just not progressing all that quickly. And a bounce back season for him. He actually played pretty well. Yeah. 4,100 yards, 31 touchdowns to 17 interceptions, but just a really solid year again. But this team just seemingly cannot get over the hump and get into the playoffs again right now. So that is rough. And it appears the Patriots, I can take a quick look here, didn't get back to the Super Bowl or the playoffs for that matter. Yeah, not very good, but it is a repeat of the previous Super Bowl, which was actually not a repeat, but once again, the Washington football team, they appear to be simulation beasts here right now, just getting to Super Bowl after Super Bowl here. So we'll come here. Patriots, not a very good year, finished at 5-12, and gonna take a look here once again at Mac Jones, see how he did, and he finally gets star development. Finally gets a dev trade upgrade here after year 4, and he's holding up his end of the deal. All right, he's playing great. 4,423 yards, 36 touchdowns to 14 interceptions. I would say probably his best season by far. And yeah, right now it feels like the rest of the team is not holding up their end of the bargain because he's playing quite well as he finally gets rewarded with star development. And the Patriots, once again, finished 5-12. The Bills make the playoffs. So we're going to take a look here at the playoff bracket, see who's in the Super Bowl. This time, no Kansas City Chiefs. It's the Bills and the Bills. So it seems like the Panthers and Washington football team are pretty good simulation squads, appears. Maybe that's just me. But that appears to be the case. So I'll take a look here at the roster, see how Mac Jones did, and up to an 82 overall. Now that's not, you think that'd be a little bit more with that new star dev in year 5. No, still a really good season. 4,500 yards, 30 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. Yeah, Mac Jones is he's stuck on a bad team. So 5 years now. Did he sign a contract extension with this team? And it appears he did, as he signed through 2028. So we'll get to the end of next season and sort of see how things are for Mac Jones and this Patriots squad, because right now things are not going too well. This team does not appear to be very good. Another year, another season where the Patriots do not make the playoffs, and this time it's the Seahawks and Ravens. No Washington football team. Buffalo's here, but they're not in the Super Bowl. But Ravens, Seahawks, Super Bowl. None of the teams that I thought were simulation beasts made it, so maybe my idea is wrong here. I don't know. So let's take a look here at the roster. Let's see how Mac Jones did. Superstar development. Why did I? Superstar development for Mac Jones finally gets up to superstar dev. That is nice to see. He's the one bright spot for this Patriots squad, it appears. I mean, and just again, another just beastly season from Mac Jones. 37 touchdowns to 12 interceptions. The story has to be poor Mac Jones. The Patriots are a mess. They can't build anything up around him, as opposed to what it used to be, where it was the Patriots just keep building up this amazing team around this system quarterback, Tom Brady. What's going on here? And they have a superstar receiver here, Najee Connor, who just looks like an absolute monster. It appears. Superstar development. I'm not sure when this guy showed up, but he's on this team. So we'll have to see. Yeah, we'll see you next season, and maybe the Patriots will have made the Super Bowl. But it looks like they're getting closer again. Finished 8-9, and the Patriots did in fact make the playoffs. They finished 13-4. But it appears they did not make it to the Super Bowl, 1 game away. Let me see. Trevor Lawrence. Yep, Trevor Lawrence takes out Mac Jones. And didn't even have that good of a game, really. I mean, Mac Jones outplayed Trevor Lawrence, and the Patriots let him down again. So maybe turning into like a John Elway type, where the team just keeps letting them down. So let's take a look here at Mac Jones again. How up to a superstar X Factor. So Mac Jones, maybe a bit of a late bloomer, but so far just looks really consistent. And wow, what a year for Mac Jones here. 5,132 yards, 40 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. Just these past 2 years, 9.1 yards per attempt. He averaged 301 yards per game. Absolute monster here. And wow, I mean, just really, really good. So let's take a look here at his contract. Next season is the last year on that deal. So yeah, let's see how Mac Jones, potentially his last year in New England. Let's see how that goes. And the Patriots, they did make the playoffs once again, back-to-back years now, 14-3. Let's see, and they lose in the AFC Championship game again by a field goal. So, Mac Jones, let's take a look here. Let's see if he signed an extension. Let's see if he signed an extension to stick around here. Up to a 91 with morale. So let's take a look here at his stats and contract. And a little bit, I wouldn't call that a bit of a regression year, actually. That's sort of in line. A little down, I mean, 4,474 yards. I don't know if you can call that down. 35 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. I don't know if we should be calling that down. Let's take a look here at that contract, and he did sign an extension, another 3 years, to stick around in New England. So no MVPs or anything like that. I mean, who the hell won MVP the year he threw for that many yards? But it looks like they're starting to get some good receivers here surrounding him a bit. So we'll come back next season. Maybe they'll get over the hump, and maybe they'll get to the Super Bowl. Patriots made the playoffs again, 10-7, but lost in the second round to the Bungles. And it's the Broncos and Lions in the Super Bowl. So that's interesting to say the least. Can we see who the Broncos quarterback is? And it's a guy, Brian Quincy. Who's leading the Lions real quick? Let's just take a look. It's a guy. And Dakota Prescott went to the Buccaneers, but Brett Wall said, "Dak, you don't get to go to the Super Bowl." So far, won Super Bowl his rookie year and hasn't been able to get back. So kind of Elway, a little mix of Marino in there for Mac Jones so far. And let's take a look here at the rest of this team. Those receivers are progressing. I mean, they've really built an amazing offensive line. It stayed good. Let's take a look here at the defense. Looks, some work needs to be done on this defense for sure. Chandler Jones is 75. So Mac Jones, still not an outright 90 overall, which is kind of interesting. And now this is a regression year a little bit, but here, year 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So year 9, but still 32 touchdowns to 15 interceptions, 4,158 yards. Team not as good, feels like. But we'll come back next season and sort of see how they respond, if they can get back to the Super Bowl. And it was not a very good year for the Patriots. 6-11. No playoffs, but it is the Cardinals and Steelers in the Super Bowls. Kyler Murray still with the Cardinals? Let's take a look. And Dak actually goes back to the Cowboys, and then Kyler Murray leads the Cardinals to the Super Bowl in year 11 for him. Let's take a look here at the Steelers. Who's leading them right now? Johnny Cooper and Rashawn McCree. So 2 fictional quarterbacks leading the Steelers and Raiders. See, actually, is Josh Allen still there? He's still there. So I kind of like this, seeing these good quarterbacks stick around with their teams. I think that's pretty nice. Trey Lance still with the 49ers. Is Justin Fields still a Chicago Bear? He is. And Jalen Hurts sticking around in Atlanta right now. So I like seeing that. I like seeing the quarterback sort of still with their teams. I feel like that's pretty realistic, because if it's a really good quarterback, for the most part, they're going to stick with one team, because like, you got your guy. So Mac Jones, an 89 overall. He's probably sick of losing. 34 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 4,139 yards. And next year should be his last year. So he's getting a little long in the tooth here. So now is definitely time for him to decide, am I going to, play my entire career here in New England or what? So let's take a look, and I'll see you guys at the end of next season. Let's see how things go for Mac Jones, the Patriots. So the Patriots, they don't make the playoffs again, which we're going to go right to the team here. Let's see. Did Mac Jones sign another extension with this squad? So now a straight 90 overall, but at the age of 33, which means regression should start kicking in here in a little bit. Let's take a look, and once a really good year here. Touchdowns and scoring is down, but 4,575 yards, 26 touchdowns to 13 interceptions. Did he sign that extension? Well, looks like it was a 1-year sort of deal for him. So he'll be here for 1 more year. So let's see what happens, and maybe they can make something happen again. But no playoffs again for the Patriots. Another season of no playoffs for the Patriots. Finished 8-9. So let's take a look here at Mac Jones. Looks like the 49ers went back to another Super Bowl. So 89 overall, so I believe that would be a little bit of regression coming in, right? Or is that just morale? Was he +1 with morale? Is there no actual player regression? I'm not 100% sure. So let's go take a look here. 34 years old, year 12. 4,100 yards, 37 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. So let's take a look here at his contract. And another one-year deal. So it seems like he's just going to stick around here in New England. Is he going to play his entire career in New England and not go back to another Super Bowl? That doesn't seem right to me. But we'll see. Patriots do not make the playoffs again. Why am I getting prompted to upgrade players? First time we've had that prompt show up the entire sim here. So let's take a look at the roster. Patriots finished 6-11. No playoffs for them yet again. I believe Mac Jones has now missed the playoffs more than he has made the playoffs. So now 35. I suppose we can make him captain. Get a little captain's patch. No captain's patch. Okay. So 4,383 yards, 25 touchdowns to 16 interceptions, sacked 41 times this season. Contract still sticking around. Still sticking around. So yeah, let's see what happens here. Now he's starting to get to the age where he just might, I don't think he's going to retire, but we'll see what happens. So let's simulate. We're going to simulate to the draft and see if he, we're actually not going to, we're going to simulate to the off season. Where's that? Okay, we're just going to advance week, see if he actually retires or anything. Because now we're at that, we're on retirement watch with Mac Jones. Recap. And MVP was, Super Bowl MVP was Joe Burrow as he defeats probably someone there. So there's that. Justin Fields winning Super Bowls. So we're going to advance week one more time now because now we are, like I said before, we are on retirement watch. Let's see, view 2023 retirement. Let's see here, Rashawn Gary retires, J.K. Dobbin retires, so Jedrick Wills retires. So guys, from this draft, from the draft class of Mac Jones and before, are now starting to retire. So now we have Caleb Farley, McCole Hardman. So now starting to run out of actual players here. Lloyd Cushenberry. Yeah, John Gruden. So I don't believe, yes, no one, okay, Kenneth Murray retires, Javon Holland retires. Okay. All right. So now we'll go to the next season here for Mac Jones and sort of see if they can get something going here. No playoffs for the Patriots. You almost messed that all up. No playoffs again. 9-8, so a really competitive AFC East, and maybe that was the fatal thing here in the Mac Jones experience with the Patriots. Is that the Patriots way just couldn't and a little bit of regression here in actual playing. 3,976 yards. Maybe the Patriots way just can't hold up if the rest of the division has like decent quarterbacks. 26 touchdowns to 13 interceptions. So, yeah. So yeah, that's like the least amount. That's basically his second year again. So a little bit over. So the second least passing yards of his career. So, wow. Wow. So actually, hold up. We have to check one more thing. Gotta check that contract. Did he sign another extension? It appears he did. So, you know what? For fun's sakes here, we're actually going to release Mac Jones. And we're going to see where he goes, if he can maybe try to win a Super Bowl somewhere. So, a little bit of an executive decision here, but we're going to do that. So, Mac Jones, no longer with the Patriots, has spent his entire career here. Super Bowl 69. So let's go here. Check out the retirements first as well, because like I said, you're on retirement watch. Looks like Trevor Lawrence, Super Bowl MVP. So let's go through these a little bit here as we are probably nearing the end of this. Nearing the end of this thing. Patrick Mahomes, there's a Super Bowl for him. Trevor Lawrence. So Lawrence has won multiple Super Bowls now at this point of his career. So has Josh Allen, I believe. Mahomes has won a bunch of Super Bowls now at this point. Yeah, Mahomes has a lot. Cam Newton led the football team to a Super Bowl. So, yeah. The very next year. So that's just, that's nice if you're a Patriots fan. Let's take a look here at retirements, and then we'll find out where Deshaun Watson retires. So we'll go through here just to make sure that Mac Jones didn't retire after we released him. Have to make sure Mac Jones did not retire. It doesn't appear he did. Appears he stuck around. Yeah, Mekhi Becton retires, so probably 1 or 2 more years for Mac Jones. So we're going to simulate through here, start of next season, and we'll see where he ends up at quarterback. So here we are in the thingy after the offseason. Let's see what the Patriots did at quarterback. If this would ever load. I'm not sure why these menus are so slow. Definitely feels like they're not taking advantage of the PS5 and the Xbox Series XS being on SSDs. It loads rather slow. Like, it still does a lot of this stuff rather slow. I still feel like simulation is really slow. So it looks like they drafted a quarterback, Sam Cannon. So let's see where Mac Jones ended up with. And the Rams have like a boatload of just really good quarterbacks. What is this? They have 2 superstar development quarterbacks on their roster. They're hoarding all the quarterbacks. Like, no one else can have good quarterbacks. Let's see. So where the freaking here's Josh Allen. This is Josh Allen out of Notre Dame. Let's see where Mac Jones ended up. We are running out of and he is a Minnesota Viking, and he really regressed hard, actually. All the way down to an 84 overall. And that is some serious regression, and probably was the right time for the Patriots and Mac to move on from each other, if you really think about it that way. So we can't see how he regressed, but he is a member of the Minnesota Vikings. So we're going to simulate that, and we're going to see if he can maybe win a Super Bowl here, but definitely appears to be his time in this league is starting to wane. We'll take a look here. Really all the quarterbacks. Lamar Jackson, 38. So looks like Lamar Jackson, Trevor Lawrence, Trey Lance. He's starting to regress down to an 87. So it looks like the sun is starting to set on this 2021 draft class of quarterbacks. Real Josh Allen hanging on there at 39. As we go through here, just trying to see Justin Herbert now at a 78 overall, 37 years old. There's Dwayne Haskins again. There's Dwayne Haskins again. I'm not sure why his face is in this pool of things. Just going through here, you're going to see who are the real quarterbacks left by the time you get to this point in the league. Doesn't appear to be that many left. I think all the ones that are important have retired already. I'm just going to keep going through here. And yep, so we only have like 4 or 5 real quarterbacks left. So let's see how these guys close out their careers. So here we go. Take a look here at this playoff bracket. We're going to see, did Mac Jones... Nope, went to Minnesota and lost. Actually, lost there to a fake quarterback in Atlanta. First round of the play, but at least he got to the playoffs again. I think that's probably more what he wanted, just a chance to get there. And once again, competed, and the team sort of let him down again. Patriots actually did make the playoffs. We actually made the AFC Championship game. So, boy, what if they would have held on for one more year? Did I screw this thing up? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. They lost 14-17, and they're taking on the Buccaneers, who I believe don't have a real quarterback. They do not. And the Chargers, who I'm going to assume still have Justin Herbert. And yes, Justin Herbert there getting to a Super Bowl. What could be his last year. So let's advance the off. Once again, guys, we are on retirement watch. What we're actually going to do, we're going to view the NFL rosters, and we're going to go to the Vikings and take a look at the season Mac Jones had. More importantly, the season he had. Stats and contract. Let's take a look here, and had a very good year again. A bit of a bounce back year for him. 36 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. So maybe he did need to leave New England. I don't know. But that is his best season since probably 2031. And the Chargers win the Super Bowl, so Justin Herbert gets himself a ring. Might have one already, but finally gets himself a ring. So we're going to move on right here again to player retirements. We're going to take a look at these. View 2035 retirements. Justin Herbert retires, wins the Super Bowl, and rides off in the sunset. A champion. And now we're going to look through here. Does Mac Jones decide to call it? Patrick Mahomes, Zach Wilson now retires. Joe Burrow retires. Sam Darnold retires. So Mac Jones could in fact end up being the last actual quarterback. I believe Trey Lance is still around here. So Nick Bosa retired. So Mac Jones, I'm going to assume, is still a Minnesota Viking. We're going to take a quick look here. We're going to make sure that he's still a Viking. Also take a look at his regression. And he regressed pretty hard down to an 82. Actually, he's an 80. So he might not even start next season. I'll take a look here at the contract. And he's still signed for the Vikings for one more year. So we'll see if he even starts. But this might be it here, this upcoming season. Okay, Patriots, I believe, make the playoffs. But this isn't about the Patriots. This is about Mac Jones. And let's see. I don't see the Vikings there, so let's take a look here at NFL rosters and let's go see what became of Mac Jones on the Minnesota Vikings. And Mac Jones not even there, actually. So actually, now we got to look through here. Trevor Lawrence, a 93 overall. Lamar Jackson, fake Josh Allen hanging on. Okay. Mac Jones ended up with the Giants, actually. So let's see what the type of year he had with the Giants. 24 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. So wait, did the Giants make the playoffs? Now I have to go and look. I have to go take a peek. Did the Giants make the playoffs now? And the Giants did not make the playoffs, so once again, retirement watch. This video is going really long. Sorry about that. So let's take a look here and see if he retires. Let's see who won the Super Bowl first. And the Cowboys win the Super Bowl. They defeat Lamar Jackson. So I don't think Lamar Jackson gets the ride-off into the sunset that he would have liked. Let's advance the week again. Let's see, retirements. And let's go through here. Penei Sewell retires. Jamar Chase retires. Now we're just looking through here. Mac Jones retires after 16 years in the NFL. Calls it a career. Only got to one Super Bowl in his rookie year. And a fourth quarter Tom Brady comeback denied him his one opportunity, his one shot at a championship ring. And that is going to be disappointing, I think, for him and probably Patriots fans. Take a look here at stats and awards, actually, because what I want to do here is, I suppose, career stats. And can we still look at Mac Jones' career stats before he is gone? I'm sure I just went the wrong way to do this, so we can't exactly do that. You might not be able to look at his stats at all. So Trevor Lawrence, Lamar Jackson, all these guys here. Can we get a look at Mac Jones? Is there any way for us to do that? No, we cannot, because he's retired. So we can't take a look here at his career stats. Probably should have did that before. But I'm sure he's within this range. He played a very long time. I'm sure he's around the 60,000 yard mark. For his career. I'm sure he's around 4 something for touchdowns. Let's go take a look here at the records and see if he's on any of these. And once again, I can only go back to 10. I wish I would go back to more. So what about passing touchdowns? Is Mac Jones in any of these? Not. Definitely didn't get over the 500 mark. So that is, I would say, disappointing to say the least. So Mac Jones, that is his career. Take a look at the legacy leaderboard. Take a look at quarterbacks. If we can at least get a look? We can still view the player cards of these guys. So Mac Jones, we view the player card here. Stats and contract. His last year. So I'm sure someone can add that up. I'm not going to add that up, but if I had to take a guess, that probably at least has to get to around 50,000. So there is Mac Jones's career. Did he win any awards? I guess is the thing we want to take a look here. And did not win any awards. Only made 2 Pro Bowls, which is kind of weird how they do that. Mac Jones would definitely make more than 2 Pro Bowls. It looks like he was an excellent quarterback for 16 years. Just was never on the right team at the right time to get to a Super Bowl after his rookie season. And that should tell you how tough it is to get to a Super Bowl, at least in Madden simulation, people. So I want to thank you guys for watching this career sim. I believe Patrick Mahomes, he ends up with 4 Super Bowls in his career. Lamar Jackson, he won a Super Bowl. Russell Wilson still won 1. Ben Roethlisberger with 2. Trevor Lawrence, he won 2 Super Bowls. Justin Fields did not win 2. Josh Allen won 2. The fake Josh Allen hasn't won any. Trey Lance did not win any Super Bowls. So we just take a look through all of these. If there's any other quarterbacks we need to see. I want to thank you guys for watching this. We might do more of these, depending on how this one ends up being received. So either way, I want to thank you guys for watching this one. Hit like, hit subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.